thank you very much for this opportunity to be able to share my thoughts on how we are going to move forward from when our late minister left. I had been asked in a number of interviews about the big shoes that I'm going to fill, and I believed in the fact that I work with a team that's very well coordinated, and I have a lot of trust in the work that they've already been doing and the plans we have moving agriculture to another level. We are fortunate that we have a lot of guiding documents, documents that are very well structured. They have been product of a lot of planning, a lot of observations and the experiences that we've faced in the sector in previous years. We have a lot of expertise and those who have been part of the whole planning of the direction for the Ministry of Agriculture and the whole agriculture sector. I'm also very confident with the engagement and contribution from those who had already served the ministry and those who had been part of the development of the agriculture sector, providing assistance and guidance to the current ministry, the current staff and the strength that we have. But I have a strong belief that we need support in various areas, and I think we had in the past been faced with limited funding, and I think that will be an area that we will have to really look critically into areas where we need funding. I believe that there's a lot of support required for our staff to actually carry out the work they do on our stations, assistance in transportation. There's a lot of need for improvement and rehabilitation of some quarters and office that we occupy. These are critical to provide enabling environment for our offices to carry out the work that they are required to do. We really want to make them very comfortable in the areas where they are serving, including rural, and there are other remote areas that we would like to construct quarters for our staff, so that communities, farming communities in the very remote areas who have not really been assisted with the services that we have from the ministry, that they're taken care of. And I think the ministry is putting in plans in addressing the need to extend our services to remote areas. One in particular that I also spoke of during Parliament session last week was the need for connectivity in the rural areas. The communication linkages that will be improved for our stations will enable us to effectively carry out the work that we do, especially in communicating to the rural offices our need and what they need for us to grow the agriculture sector. But in totality, I think areas that we will be focusing remained in areas that have been addressed in the past. One is our food production, and this is to secure our food both nutritionally and the availability of food into our homes. We would like to make sure that the ministry provides assistance to our farmers to grow quality, affordable food available to our consumers in towns, in cities, and where we would want to provide that the food that food security is very, very important. And also we continue to build on our export products to meet the market demands from overseas markets. We probably be assisting those who are already marketing food, agricultural produce to our overseas markets, and we had been engaged in forums with our importers from New Zealand, and we will soon be discussing with the importers from Australia how we can provide what they require in terms of quality and also in terms of volume. A lot of discussions had also been undertaken through Ministry of Trade and Investment to the other markets in the US, and there are also potential to grow markets in Europe and also in Great Britain. These markets are very lucrative markets, and at the same time they also have requirements that we will need to assist our exporters to be able to meet those import requirements from those importing countries. We had in the past also wanted to make sure that we reduce losses from production right up to the market, and that post-harvesting plays a very important role. We will continue to support areas where we can contribute to minimize these losses we have. But and at the same time too, we would want to make sure that even with the losses that are currently that are there in the market, and also in those in hotel industry as food losses or food wastage, we would want to make sure that we can put in some policies where we can maximize the use of valuable products which are waste currently in other municipal markets or farming system, including restaurants, hotels, and other food outlets. We would want to turn those losses into gain through technologies where we can turn them to livestock feed, or even for soil improvement purposes. We would want to import technologies that will assist us make full use of the wastages and the losses that we have, as I said, from production right up to kitchens. This does not only include waste in hotels and in restaurants, but also in our homes, where they can be used for either livestock feed or again to improve our soil. So we would want to also be developing that sector. Now, we often have market requirements for agricultural products, and that a certain percentage of our produce normally meet those market demands. And we would also want to develop those that don't meet the top quality demand, but we provide value adding where we can still use those that don't meet requirements. Some requirements like the sizes, the appearance, color, there for market purposes, but the quality remains, and they're still very good products, so we can turn them into value-adding products. So we will make sure that we also consider that as an area that we will have to provide assistance to. Now, a lot had been discussed in the last few years about reviving some industries that were there, thriving in the past, that we can also focus our work on. One in particular is cocoa. There are some plans also for coffee, and there is a big plan for reviving our coconut industry. These three crops are basis of other agricultural programs under the tree crops, but we look at biodiversity. We look at how we contribute to reduction of contamination of our atmosphere, and we look into ways in which we can also have programs that assist in our food chain. So we have some plans for reviving those own tree crops, cocoa, coffee, coconuts, including the potential that we have to grow tea here locally. I think there are some investors who have communicated showing their interest onto tea production here in Fiji. We would want to be very much part of the forestry and the fisheries sector in terms of how we coordinate our work well. We would want to benefit amongst ourselves, and that it is important to be communicating at a level where the natural resources know what we are doing, where it's done and how it's done, so that we can maximize government resources that are provided to these different ministries. There will be discussions on how we could run programs together. Working with the tourism industry has always been part of our plans in the past, but we would want to strengthen that through probably having some policies where the Ministry of Agriculture and the Tourism Ministry are linked together. We would like to link the tourism industry into our local farming communities. It's been seen in the past that we are relying on imported agricultural products from either Australia and New Zealand, which can be grown here locally. Now we will have to see that we commit tourism into the agriculture sector, and also the agriculture sector into the tourism market. This is for growing vegetable and other root crops that they need. And apart from that, we would also want to see how the livestock sector can provide requirements into the tourism sector. Now, there's quite a lot of importation of meat products and milk from overseas, and that our ministry is going to see how we could address providing basic requirements for our local market from locally produced livestock products. There is a program on revitalizing the beef industry, and it includes providing breeds for our local beef farmers, and that program also includes artificial insemination and other technologies that can assist boost the livestock sector. We will maintain providing assistance in supplying breeders to sheep, goats and pigs, and we will also provide assistance that we can to livestock, to chicken, which are grown in the rural communities. And this includes both duck and chicken layers and broilers, and that assistance will be provided to our local industry. Now we have some targets in reviewing legislation. This is critical. We have very old legislation. We need to have legislations that are current, those that addresses the needs that we currently have, and there are assistance that can be provided to us to see that we can review some of the old legislations that we have. Some of these legislations are counterproductive to the development of the agriculture sector, including both livestock and crops. And we look forward to how we are going to address this in the very near future, because it's been discussed for long and nothing has been done to it. We welcome the movement of biosecurity back into the Ministry of Agriculture. We see how we can really coordinate our work now to grow the agriculture sector. and also having to maintain disease-free status or introduction of new exotic diseases to Fiji. Closely working with biosecurity is going to provide us a platform where we can be addressing the need to maintain our disease-free Fiji, and also to grow the local industry based on the expertise and the requirements we have for biosecurity requirements. I have a strong belief that we should be communicating and working across with other ministries so that they can provide assistance to us in promoting some of the work that we are doing, and this includes rural development and youth okay affairs. We would want to work with them to extend what we would want to have in different locations. It's the visibility of the whole government services coming in through our government staffs who are serving remote areas that it is important for them to be carrying out to rural people the same information or messages that we would want them to send to our rural people. Now, we are working very closely with the Ministry of Health, trying to promote programs that will address NCDs. Even though we had also been discussing this for long, we would really want to actively engage in providing assistance to the Ministry of Health for our people to grow their own healthy food. Whether we are going to provide them with seedlings or we provide them with seeds, and provide some assistance in growing your own vegetable requirements in your backyard. That will be part of the work that we will want to promote. Promoting safe, nutritious food available at a very low cost is important. We've heard so much about people saying that they are struggling to put food on the table. We would want to differ from that expression. We would want to encourage people to know that it is not a struggle to put food on our table. It's easy, we can do it, it's affordable, and we are providing healthy food to our family members. That promotion will be done together with different other ministries, including the Ministry of Health. We would want to work very closely with the Ministry of Health to address NCDs. In terms of trade, we are relying very much on the Ministry of Trade and Investment to provide us guidelines into how we can explore market potentials that we have. They're doing a lot of very good work for us. They are working on how we can secure our markets, and we are working backwards on how we can assist our farmers in producing the market requirements in terms of trade and investment. We are also very fortunate that there are investors who want to invest into our farming communities, and this is through modern technologies, value adding of agricultural products, providing high technologies that promotes production of what we would want to assist or have in our farming communities. Those investors are very important. We would want to work very closely with them. There have been some plans on how we could be part of the whole revitalization of the sugar industry. Our ministry is looking forward to providing assistance that we will want to provide to sugarcane farmers to improve efficiency in the sugarcane farming communities. This will probably include the introduction of some leguminous crops that will return nutrition to the soil and also increase income from the farmlands. But also we would want to introduce some permanent crops that can provide cash flow within the sugarcane farming communities. We would want to make sure that our farming sugarcane farmers will benefit from the assistance that's been provided to take care of the non-sugar crops that they would want to establish. We already have funding for them this year. It will be the first time that we will introduce that assistance to our sugarcane farmers. We would want them to also have cropping programs that will increase the returns from the farming operations they have in their sugarcane crops. Organization, I led to believe that most important investment that any organization will have to undergo is investment in its human resources, and I think we need to improve on capacitating our human resource. I say this because we have some beliefs that we will have to discuss the requirements that we have for those who are graduating from universities to come and serve the agriculture sector. So it might include discussion with FNU and USP on the programs that they run so that they can meet the demand we have from the agriculture sector. We would like to have people who have hands-on practical experience. And this might need or mean that we will have to work on institutions that can provide upskilling our graduates with practical know-how, whether it will be attachment or whether we have to run short practical courses, but it will be a whole change in the ball game that we play. I am led to believe that this need is required right across the different divisions that we have. So we are going to bank on how we evaluate the skills and the expertise that we currently have, and then work a plan forward in developing skills and capacities for our staff. And having said that, I also believe that there is a need to relook at the staff strength that we currently have for the ministry to be relevant to the agricultural development that we have, the needs that we have, both in terms of addressing our current needs and also in terms of how we can address the challenges that we have, like climate change, the saltwater intrusion, irrigation requirement. We will have to restructure the ministry so that we can have staff who can really address the needs that we have to raise agriculture production into another level. Thank you very much. Now, we are starting with the new financial year. We are just 2 weeks from the start of the new financial year. I would like to request those who are involved in the agriculture sector to please visit your agriculture stations. Talk to people that you know who serve the Ministry of Agriculture. Come to our headquarters in Rewanga. Give me a call if you so wish to discuss on how we could assist. Our ministry requires information. We would want to know what's happening and how we could assist in developing the agriculture sector. We believe we know places or directions that we would want to go to, but if we don't get the feedback from farmers, we will be missing out on few of the areas. For those who provide services to us, contractors, those who provide technical advices, institutions like Nabuso and Tutu, please come forward. Let's discuss on the way we can help one another. Fiji College of Agriculture, FNU, USP, statutory bodies, banks, development banks, those who are normally part of the whole agriculture development. Let's come together. Let's discuss how we can work towards achieving the best we can have for the agriculture sector. We have farmers who have not been, or probably haven't been visited in the past years. Please come forward. provide us with information of what's happening where, and how the government can assist in this, in developing your farms. We request that we should be part of this whole journey. It's a teamwork and we require everybody's effort. Thank you.